Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bartlett, and I am here today because I thought it might be helpful for some of you to have this new packet read aloud to you, or maybe to your child, maybe both of you. And so I've taken the kindergarten packet and I'm just going to read the stories aloud to you. You're welcome to stop and go back, reread. You're welcome to slow it down. The idea is, if you're busy like some of us are, most of us are, that you could just have your child listen to the stories or follow along with their reading finger and track the stories, so that you're not spending all of your time reading the packets out loud to them, so that hopefully this will be a little bit more supportive for some families, especially when you have other children you're trying to teach too. So if it's not helpful, you don't have to watch the videos, but if it is helpful, feel free. And my goal is to record myself reading the packets for each section. So it'll be 3 different rounds of kindergarten packets. And the first grade teachers are reading their packets aloud. They're each taking a couple of stories, and then they'll be putting those on the district site as well. All right, so it's all one big packet right now. And so it's not going to look quite like if I was to read a book aloud to you. I am going to try to slow down and ask some comprehension questions and do a little bit of thinking out loud, so that if you needed some support or your child needed to practice some good reader strategies, that those would already be built in. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. I'm not sure why. All right. So the beginning of your packet should look like this. The program they're using, the curriculum, is called iReady, and this is grade K. This is for kindergarten. Some first graders are reading this packet too, just because it's more appropriate for what they need right now, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead of the table of contents. So if you were to follow along, you'd be on page number 9. It looks like this. It says, listen and learn. And the comprehension strategy right here is called asking questions. It's really important for many children for you to think out loud, or for their teacher to think out loud. Like if you're thinking something in your brain and you're asking questions as you go, you're communicating that and you're saying that to your child, because they might not have that skill yet. So it has to be really strategic, and it helps if you just do all of your processing aloud so they can hear what that might sound like or what that might be like in their own brains. Asking questions helps you understand important information in a story. When you are reading or listening to a story, you should ask questions. Begin each question with one of these words: who, where, what, when, why, how. Finding answers to your questions helps you understand the story. Just like in life, you want to ask those questions when you're not sure about something. Who, what, where, when, and why. That is a great way to be a good writer too. So our first story, this is a very thick packet, so I'm going to try to hold it up the whole time, but it might not work that way. It's called Zoey's Perfect Pet. My packet's in black and white. Yours is likely in black and white too, so it's a little tricky for you to see my pictures, but if you want, you can follow along and look at your pictures as we go. The author is Jacqueline Adams. It says, I want a monkey, Zoey told her big sister. Sybil sighed. Monkeys need to climb, Zoey. We do not have a place for a monkey. Well, I can fix that, Zoey said. Zoey grabbed some sticks and took them into the house. So I'm not going to hold up the whole packet, but you can follow along with your reading finger. Use those good reader strategies. So if something doesn't look right, sound right, then you can always go back and reread. Remember, does it look right? Does it sound right? Does it make sense? If it doesn't, go back. You're going to hear Mrs. Bartlett go back many times, because I'll say something out loud and realize it was wrong, and that's okay. All readers need to go back and reread. Zoey used a bunch of Sybil's hair bands to hold the sticks together. It was a climbing tree. Sybil stomped in. What did you do? A monkey needs to climb, Zoey said. Get this mess out of here, Sybil ordered. And forget the monkey. Zoey dragged the sticks outside, but she did not give up. A pig would be a good pet, Zoey declared. A pig needs mud. Zoey could not find any mud. I can fix that, she said. So I'm turning my page. I'm on page 14. Zoey dug a hole in the yard. She added water. Mud! Sybil walked outside. Sploosh! Splat! Mud was all over Sybil. Zoey! Sybil yelled. So Zoey filled in the hole, but she did not give up. Here's a picture. Hopefully yours is easier to see. She did not give up. That's important. Zoey said, maybe I do not want a pig. What pet can I try now? A bird? A rat? Something rubbed against Zoey's leg. Oh, a cat. Zoey picked up the scruffy, skinny kitty and ran inside. I want a cat, she told Sybil. Here's her cat. Sybil opened her mouth to speak. Zoey stopped her. A cat does not need sticks or mud, she said. That means no more messes. But that cat is a mess, Sybil said. Zoey smiled. We can fix that. And they did. Here they are fixing that. So I want you to make sure during this activity and during all of our reading that you're looking closely at pictures, because pictures give you clues. And after each of these sections, the author of this packet is going to ask you to answer some comprehension questions. And remember, comprehension just is a fancy grown-up way of saying, did you understand what you read? And if they don't ask questions, they're going to ask you to do something like, they're going to ask you to write or draw a picture about what you were learning. So make sure that you're looking at those pictures because they're going to give you lots of clues, those hidden clues inside the story. Here are our comprehension questions. Question number 1. What does Zoey want? Circle the picture that shows what she wants. So there's a few options here. You're going to look at the pictures and circle. Now, if you don't have a marker or a pencil at home or a crayon, that's okay. You can always tell someone the answer, or you can circle with your finger. That's fine too. This will not be turned in, so you don't have to worry about getting a grade on it. So you would circle the answer that you think is best, and then maybe try to tell someone and see if they agree with you. If they don't, you can always go back and reread, or go back and listen again to Mrs. Bartlett read to you. Question number 2. What does Sybil tell Zoey to do about the monkey? A. Make a bigger tree for the monkey. B. Get the monkey out of the house. C. Forget about the monkey. What does she tell her to do? Question number 3. What does Zoey want now? A. She wants mud for a pig. B. She wants sticks for a pile. Or C. She wants a pet for her sister. What does Zoey want now? So you could have someone read those to you if you want, and just circle which one you think is most correct, which one you think is most right. Question 4, I am on the top of page 18, right up here. Question number 4. What does Sybil do? A. Sybil gets mad at Zoey. B. Sybil digs a hole. C. Sybil cleans up the mud. What does Sybil do? And question 5. What does Zoey want now? What does Zoey want now? A. Zoey wants a bird. B. Zoey wants a rat. Or C. Zoey wants a cat. What does she do now? Now I'm reading these questions a little faster than I did for the first packet, but remember you can stop the video and listen again. Mrs. Bartlett isn't reading quite as slow as she did the first time. And then I'll just respond to some teacher feedback. So if you need them to be slowed down, just let me know or let your teacher know. Question number 6. Look at the chart. What happens at the end of the story? Choose the correct picture. So remember there's the beginning, the middle, and then the end. That's what happens last. So this author has shown you the beginning and the middle, and your job is to find what happens here. And they're actually going to give you some pictures. Here's the first one. the second and the third, and you're going to circle the picture that you think is most correct for what happens last in the story. All right, that's our first reading. I'm not doing fancy videos, but I am here and I'm happy to do the read alouds for you. But also, if you need more support at home, like with your packets, or you feel like maybe this is too hard or it's not hard enough, you can always let your teacher know, and I'm happy to come on and teach more videos or come on and teach specific skills for academic, for social emotional, or for fine motor. And I wanted you to know, many of you watching this are my students or my students' parents. I want you to know I've made lots of videos on social emotional, social skills lessons that might be more fun and engaging, and I think all kids could benefit from them. So if you'd like, you're welcome to go on the district website and you can look under kindergarten or first grade. There's a folder called Exceptional Learners, and all of my videos are going to go right to those links. And I also have a YouTube account, so if you were to Google Kimberly Bartlett, Kimberly with an I at the end, Kimberly Bartlett, you could watch some of those videos there too. And I just think this is kind of a plug for the district, but I think that it's really a great curriculum and it might help some of your children. It doesn't necessarily have to be for students with special needs, it could be for any students. And the curriculum that we're using is the Incredible Flexible You, and they're kind of fun. So if you're looking for more for your child to do, or you're like, hey, my kids are not getting along, what do I do now? You're welcome to go look. It's on the district distance learning website, and you just look under the folder Exceptional Learners. All right, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I have a cold, and I'm gonna try to keep my voice, and tonight I'll record some more movies, okay? I miss you guys. Have a great weekend.